What are you looking at? That's my dog. She likes me, and I like her. But let me start off here. If you're gonna review shit, just keep it real. Do at least a comparison or something for the most part. I mean, if you're gonna be a real, I'm not a real reviewer. I just throw some fucking toys online because these things are so cool. I feel the need to have to show people because I feel like how I felt when I first started. Like, I didn't know the difference between this and this. And, you know, the little nuances. And, oh, this is this version. And this company made this same version, but it, whatever, okay? It's a lot of different versions of a lot of stuff, and I'm here to try to sort that stuff out. I mean, I did a Get a Robo video where there was, I guess it's a Korean add-on pack for the Sentinel Shin Getter Ryobot. And it's like a third-party thing where you can put the sleeves and stuff on, over to make the axe bigger. And this guy here, just to start off, these fucking legs are so loose. It's just, he's kind of... Alright. I'm going to do a scale comparison. I got the scale out. And like I said, we're going to check these guys out in a second here. But getting back, if you're going to do a review, stop shitting on stuff that you don't even know about. I mean, you see a couple pictures of something and you start shitting on it because of a price point. That's fucking whack. Get the info first. If it comes out and it's whack and you made a decision based off of other than some pictures that you have no clue what you're doing because you don't, you know, collect metal anyway, all your shit's plastic, maybe figure it out. But I'm going to get into these guys here, man, and I'm telling you, big O feel. Look at that. I love that shit. Right in the middle there. I don't even really care for this guy. I do like the design, not the original design. The original design just looked like a guy in a stupid suit or whatever. But we're going to get these open. We're going to do a comparison. So, and then this thing. There's some problems with this guy, but we're going to go over it, okay? I don't think this opens or anything like that I can remember. Two versions of him. This guy's one version, but comes with the two different versions. This guy is by Yamato Toys. Giant Robo. This is the missile version, as you can see. So there's two versions, and I'll explain it real quickly. There's a backpack version that comes with this, for this guy. And the one I got has the missile version, where I'm going to set them all up. He comes with the missiles. This guy has both kind of effects blended into one. So I don't know if they made it smaller because of... I mean, it is a super robot chogokin, but... they probably offset the gimmicks for the metal. And on here, the wristbands are metal. The ankles are metal. Some of the insides are metal here. But what I really have to do is figure out how to tighten up this joint. I got some kiki, but... yeah, I'm so sick of the joints being loosened up. He has two screws on the back. I'm just going to open it and show you guys. So that's what he looks like. Just two simple screws. Not a big deal, guys. Not a big deal at all. Excuse me. See that fucking thing? I could see under the skirt that he has like a screw or something. Does that go in there? Okay. Yeah, his little gun goes on there. So now, oh, you can see what kind of joint it is. It's just like a, not a big deal. Look at that. It's kind of cool. You can see the new version. See now his backpack, the Super Robot Chogokin. That reactor piece comes out. This is just an effect I put on. And that would go in like that. This piece doesn't come included. That's just for the effect that I put on there. And then this. Reactor. Opens. And just plugs right into the back. So, all I did was take some Kiki, put it right there. Just wiggling the leg up and down. And just letting it work in. Yeah, that's been aggravating me for a while, but I never took this guy out. And now that I can get in there, it'll be cool to, you know, stiffen up the joints a little. The paint on this guy looks cool, like a little bit of metal. But we'll get into all that. We'll do a side by side. But there's like a sweet spot right there where he's really like loose. So that's what I was trying to fix there. Just real quick, some waist articulation. Almost every company, I can't think of any off my name. I mean, this guy needed some Kiki. By the way, because he has both features, I'm going to do this guy with the bazooka like I had him. And I'm going to do this guy with the, obviously, the missile version that I bought for that reason. I bought this on purpose. I didn't get the other one. She comes with a short skirt, a little bit different sculpt. Box art. Now they show you, but I mean they light it up really well. I mean look at that. That looks, who wouldn't want that? Now this guy, you know, picture almost anybody could take. That's on the back. And we've seen the front where you just get the robot. Wait until I open that big boy up, man. I can't wait. But so do you want to, you know, photoshopped picture? Looks like a movie cover. Nice, beautiful. Or do you want to see the figure? I don't know. To me, that's cheap packaging. That's just me. I like seeing the figure. I mean, if you're going to get what you pay for, essentially, I don't mind seeing the nice, you know, this, you don't punch in the plastic. You know, this could get damaged easy. I keep the boxes, obviously. These things can get up there in price, so you want to be able to put them away when you want. Another thing, I don't typically like this figure in particular. I know his name is Giant Robo, and that's it. There's two versions. The old version, the original guy in the suit, looked really dumb. But then this is, I guess it says here, the animated version, from what I can understand. That picture does look amazing. I took the little cannons off for a second. Yeah, so I don't even care for this, but to get to my point is, this guy, I guess, was originally like 20 bucks when he came out, really cheap. This guy you can still find for cheap. So we'll get into it. Oh boy, this is a fucking chunky boy. Oh shit, hold on guys. This is a chunky boy. Oh, shit, his backpack? He has a backpack? Oh, man. Hold on, let me get him out of here. Ooh, look at that. Holy shit. Alright. So, out of the packaging... This fucking guy's heavy. You know what? I'm getting him on the scale now. I can't wait anymore. Let me get this rope off. Let me get this string off here, right? I haven't seen a toy opened with this crap that looks like Walmart since I watched an Ultrazilla video. Jeez. It's like opening a Barbie or something. Some Walmart shit. Alright. Oh my god. Guys. Ratchet knees, that's what you're hearing. Ratchet hip. Damn. Almost 2 pounds. That's a chunky boy. Wah, wah. There's a side by side. This is fresh out. No posing. This is immediate. I had to... Okay. So, I saw a video on this guy. That's why I got him. Just because he's so heavy. You know what I mean? Look at him. Can barely stand up. This one... So, this is a big, clunky, let's say, Russian tank. Okay? And this is more like the American tank. A little more like a watch. Instead of like a brick. You know? A little more stylized. I mean, the swirl and the paint and stuff's not bad. I mean, it's just... I think the paint is beautiful on this one. I mean, this is shinier. This is more of, you know... But you guys decide. I think the Soul of Chogokin looks amazing. But it's... If they had this paint with this... But we'll get into it. I'm going to check this guy out. I've had the Super Robot forever. So this is kind of... Yeah, I don't want to break it off. So this... The backpack moves inside there. It spins. I'm not going to try to disconnect it just in case. So this backpack, way less detailed. Nothing really going on. And you have... I mean, what can I say? Look at that. But, again, he's going for around... I'm just going to say $100. You can find this guy... Let's say $100 compared to... I don't know. Let's say 40 now. I'm not going to go with forever ago prices. I don't know what they were when they first came out. Like I said, I know he was... this guy was 20. About, I guess. And then... I think when this version came out, he might have been a lot less, but... He's floating around $100. So... Let's just put it that way. So these cannons are in a fixed position. The ones on the SRC can all move. This comes out. The backpack does come off on the SRC. Not looking at that one right just yet, but I do want to give the comparison. So these shoulders move. When I got them, I had a little bit of a paint chip right there, unfortunately. Ankle rocker here. Look at that pivot. This thing is just a big... Legs are die cast. Feet are die cast. That's die cast. Arm die cast. I mean, I don't care if there's a little chip on the paint for essentially a $40 figure. I mean, really. For almost 2 pounds of die cast. Look at that. And it's bigger. I mean, I'm not into the little kid crap. This piece here is great because it's just so fucking small, guys. I mean, look. To the top of the head, he's, let's say, 6.5. Just barely. I mean, this guy's not crazy, but to the top of the head, he's just like almost 8 inches. So he's beefier. I mean, I'd say not two, maybe 1.5 times the size. Oops. Oh, I guess. All right, those come off. These are kind of like soft plastic. Rubber pieces. And I wanted to diversify my collection. Like, this is made by Yamato. And the thing is, I mean, listen, Bandai's been around forever. They do and have done amazing work. But I'm not a fanboy of really... I mean, the only fanboy I am of is Future. I love them. They got good stuff, but... There you go. That's the elbow articulation you're going to get out of them that I saw. But yeah, if they're... And I even say about Future, I say, listen, their hands were a little stiff, but broke free. I mean, some of the engineering, sketchy. You know, might have some weak joints here or there, whatever. I mean, when they first came out, they were, you know, $100 for that... EX chogokin or whatever, Mazinger Z, for all that metal you were getting. Come on. Great design. I mean, now they're out of control. I mean, $300-400 minimum, I figure. I haven't seen any cheaper than like 400 shipped. So the shoulders just, they do a 360. I know they do. If they don't, call me a liar, but I'm not going to spin them all around. Man, this guy looks... He looks cool. He does look cool. So we're going to get in here. Look at this. This review is so long for such a cheap figure, but it is a comparison. Oh, that comes up. All right, let me get it going. Alright, I did have a little bit of trouble with this, so I used the spudger. So this is on like a T in the back, so you have to pull it out a little bit from the bottom. And then, I don't have really two hands, but boom. Bring it out towards you and down. And then there you go. Now the paint on this thing... Just be careful. See, because I bet over time, just having that against that might wear the paint. But you can always get a little to touch it up if you wanted to. And I think these come off, right? Boom. Same type of soft rubber type of plastic. I don't want to do it too much to have it crack, but they just come off and they get that like thick fucking paint on. Let me show you something. This is what's cool about diversifying and having different companies, because you can see the makes. Look at this. I've never seen this before. Look at the back of the robot. The screw holes. Look at that. That's fucking cool. I mean, I don't know what that is, but it's really cool. I'm digging those. Yeah, I don't think there's really... Yeah, I mean, they cover theirs up, which is cool, just with, like, the paneling. So, I guess they both have their their charm. This seems a little more, I don't know, maybe the no screw holes is better, but that, it doesn't look bad. But I just wanted to point that out because I've never seen that before. The waist won't be able to swivel all the way because it comes down, and that gun... Oh, actually, never mind. Full waist swivel, full 360, and on the arm. But while I was cleaning it, guess what popped off? The back of the backpack. And I told you there was two versions. There's a missile launcher one, and then there's this one. So I think, you know, they use the same mold, and they just don't give you the accessories, and they just kind of glue that on. But they didn't do too well. The glue just kind of, not a big deal. You can put your drugs in there. Rocket dong. Yeah, just way bigger. I learned my lesson quick with the Super Robot chogokin. Even though they are nice, it's just not what I'm collecting. That just the scale's too small. The only reason why I'll collect, or why I have collected for the most part, any SRC is because of the fact that they don't make them in a bigger... They don't make that particular version of a robot or whatever in a bigger die cast. So it's, you know, I want it represented. There is a new SKL coming out, though, from a different company. They showed some... I think these might have to go in a certain way. They showed some pictures of it online. And I mean, the thing looks fucking amazing. We'll see. See, that thing has a little bit of a paint scuff, so... Oh, it fits better on that side anyway. I mean, the paint's not the best, but look, I'm not going to complain about this thing. Again, because of the price point. I don't know if you can see that. But the paint running off. So the pieces do have a little curvature to them. So they will go in the right spot. Now this is very loose. It just kind of... I mean, it'll stay in there, but you can always put a little piece of something, tape or something, whatever, just to stick it in. But no problem. I mean, if you're going to get them up and wiggle them around, it might come off. But other than that... And I will mention something, though. I do not like the way he stands, because, you know, some figures have the ratchet and they go too far out. They're like one click from being perfect. He's one click. See, I want him to stand like this, right? Nice and straight. But that joint, it has so much play, it leans back. Now, he'll stand like that, but that's kind of whack. It's like fall over anytime. Now, I clicked him one forward. So you just got to find that, with this figure here, you got to find that sweet spot. So I think, and he has like a weird, he just rotates here. No bicep swivel, just a forearm swivel. And that's all you're going to get out of Bend. Very, very little articulation. Here's the whole setup with damn, it keeps falling. Yeah, I don't want to glue it back on because it's kind of cool. You can probably put some accessories or something in there. Now that it came off, I was like, oh, whatever, right? Alright, there you go. You got the weight, the height. So a little repair in the video. That's it. I mean, other than... He's sketchy with the articulation. You have to get him, you know, the knees bent. Like, he's leaning forward now to, like, have him, you know, articulated. Or, I'm sorry, to have him standing. He has to be kind of forward. But yeah, this thing falls off easy. I mean, it was just a little glue tab. You can see they really didn't use any. It goes right back on. I'll probably just glue it back on. One other thing that I thought was pretty cool, check this out. On the bottom. Again, some of the stuff is cool, but you know, it comes down to articulation and metal at the end of the day. I mean, where do you buy a die-cast robot for? Plastic? Go to Walmart. So, nice. There you go. Yeah, head can 360. These are kind of cool. These remind me of like something in the 80s you'd have. I like that they look like dice. Just gives it more of that like comic coming at you feel. All right, man. It's been another one. Peace out, Trouser Trout.